Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharvari, and welcome to Regen. Regen is a YouTube channel where we talk about food, agriculture, and environment. Because all we talk about today is supplements and gym and all sorts of diets and trainings, but we really forget to account for where our tomatoes are coming from, where our oranges are coming from, how are they grown, what are the pesticides they use, what are the land preparation practices they use. I'm really blissfully unaware. We think food comes from Blinkit. If you are someone who's looking to be more mindful about what you eat, or you want to be connected to producers who grow clean, sustainable, locally sourced food, or if you're someone who wants to be a producer yourself, this is a great place for you to be. This is also a place for climate anxious people like me who want to talk about the environment and how agriculture contributes and takes away from emissions. Today's episode is an introductory episode where I talk about who I am and why am I talking about this. And how I got here is a very interesting story. My name is Sharvari and I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra. I'm 26 years old and I used to be a finance professional. I worked in IB and PE and then eventually worked in real estate in Bangalore. And while that paid handsomely, it never really felt purposeful. I think a lot of us struggle to feel that today, especially when we have corporate jobs. And I don't recommend you quit and start looking immediately, but it is a lot of fun to at least try to look for your passion. There's a lot of YouTubers, there's a lot of books about how to find your passion, and while a great deal of them might work for you, what worked for me is this very weird, wacko little method where I would draw on a piece of paper what I wanted my future to look like. And I realized a pattern in those drawings that I was drawing more and more trees and plants and crops and animals and of course children and partner and all those stuff. But the greenery kept increasing. And it gave me an idea that maybe agriculture was my calling. But the journey from Excel sheets to these drawings to an actual field is tough, it's complicated, and it's filled with the phrase, I don't know, at every single stage. To test myself out, whether I would be a good fit for farming and whether I would enjoy it, I started a microgreens business. A microgreens business does not require you to put in a lot of capital, and the iterations, the cycles are quite quick, so it's easy for you to tell for yourself. The microgreens business was quite profitable. We made more in revenue than an average Indian farmer does from 1 acre of land in 1 year, and we only did it in 9 months from an 8 by 10 small room. But it was very difficult to scale a microgreens business, and I wasn't able to do that because I got a scholarship to study in the United Kingdom. I studied agriculture and development at the University of Reading on a fully funded Felix Scholarship. Not only does Felix Scholarship pay for your entire tuition fees, it also pays for living expenses in the UK. My year in UK studying agriculture and development was absolutely transformational, to say the least. In India, we think organic is the epitome of clean food that we can eat. But the very first research paper that was handed to us in this course was titled Organic, the Fallacy. Sadly, there are a lot of issues associated with organic food. Despite not using chemicals, it's really difficult for Indian farmers to control what water source they are using, which is very often polluted with chemicals and heavy metals. In organic farming, because you're not using any chemicals, you tend to till the land a lot more. And when you do that, you are letting out a lot of carbon dioxide and other emissions. It's a very polluting process by itself. During my course, regenerative agriculture stood out to me as one of the best practices one could apply. I came across regenerative agriculture thanks to the supermarket chain Waitrose and Partners. We partnered together to write a research paper on regenerative agriculture and root crops in the UK. This research paper was also presented in the Global Climate Smart Agriculture Conference in Brazil and in the British Ecological Society in Edinburgh. And this will soon be published in the Frontiers Journal. But what is regenerative agriculture truly? How is it different? How does it benefit us? All these questions will be answered in the second episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned.